That's a good song. I like that one. I had to let that one finish before I came on. And also we had to acquire the boy. At least one of my boys. I have many boys. But he's the biggest one. There's my head for comparison. He's a big boy. He's good and squishy. He likes squishy. Oh my goodness. Ooh, all the good bops coming up today on our playlist. Love that. So hey everybody, we're gonna be playing some Peg and Stardew, which is pretty freaking cool. You know, we're doing it in the worst way possible by playing for Joja. I know, I'm garbage. I'll just squirt myself out of here. It's fine. But hey, we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be great. We're gonna not forget our microphones. That sounds important. Aha! There it is. Someday I will have fewer wires. My goal, actually, up next is to get a wireless headset, because I'm real tired of having multiple wires. But that's okay. We're still gonna have a good time, and it's gonna be good. Good vibes, good times. That's what I like about it. Let's go. I just feel like gaming. It was a pretty long day, you know, as work tends to do. But we're gonna go over and play some Heck and Start. Guess what? It's 3 a.m. and I'm still awake. Never! First of all, good to see you. Second of all, as your mom friend, sir! Sleep! This is a thing. But also, I'm happy to see you. Hi. I hope you're doing okay, besides I have the week off and I'm untethered from all sense of time. I mean, time is an illusion, so, like, you're not wrong. But hey, we're just about to get back into being a filthy capitalist, aka Joja run of Stardew. It is very funny as someone who has become very, anti-capitalist over the years to be playing this run, but alas. Lunchtime doubly so, you are not wrong. We agree with the logic of, I know what it is. Words. No. Oh no. I don't know what any of this is. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe it's this that I need to, oh, there we go. Alright. Maybe that'll be a little better. Okay. But yes. There's no game on stream, why not? Damn it, game capture, you have betrayed me. Why would you do this? You wanna do this? Thank you, yeah, I'm doing the thing. There we go. It's not your fault, Nether, but thank you for letting me know. I did the irresponsible thing, and I checked everything, you know, prior to turning on the stream and stuff. And it still had to work, and that's fine. But yay, it worked now. Huzzah! We love that for us. Okay. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It only took me like an extra 3 minutes, even though I really like that book. It's fine. We're gonna roll it. Plants! We have craps! Now you are experienced streamer. Listen. I knew the shenanigans and tomfoolery were abound, but I still take it personally when OBS decides to be a bitch about it. She's like, no, only that specific thing. I'm going to continue to be a bitch about literally anything else. It's like, I mean, fair, but also consider not doing that. And it goes, ha ha ha. That's fine. Enough about OBS. We're here now. We're having a great time. I hope you've been having an excellent week off, Nether. That sounds really pleasant. I could use one of those. Probably not gonna happen because I also like making money, which is relevant to this stream. But primarily I like paying bills and shit, so. You can now apply for a jacket! Mine's coming in a few weeks because of shipping. Ooh! First of all, great international joke. We love that. Second of all, I want a jacket. What the fuck? No one told me I'd get a jacket. Good shit. I mean, there's a lot of jackets I would buy, like club jackets, you know? People keep saying, I'd make a jacket, and then very few people actually do it, which is fair, because actually making good quality clothes is expensive, especially if you are used to a world of fast consumerism in which it is much cheaper. But also, where's my jackets? Like, I get it, but where's my jackets? Oh, good stuff. Oh man, okay. We're gonna keep watering the crops and then we can go take care of the animals. We got baby cows last time, which is fun. And we got some chickens. Oh, I'm so glad you've had a good week so far. That's wonderful to hear. I'm glad you had time off. I hope it was well deserved and good for you, because you deserve it. All deserve rest, people. 1 second here. I'm expecting a message. Nope. There we go. Right. Not the message I was anticipating, but that's fine. Ooh, good stream today. Made a new Chronicles of Darkness character. Woo! See, Nether, I keep following folks like you, which, by the way, if anyone's lurking in chat and hasn't followed Nether, what are you even doing? But also, I really want to just start making D&D characters that I can't play. I don't have anywhere to put them, but maybe it'd be fun to just make them. I don't know. I don't know if I'd do it on stream or anything, because that's not the kind of content I make, but now I just want to make characters for fun. Alvaron's helped out a lot. Oh, excellent. We love that. Sounds fun. I'm gonna let him out. There you go. Alright, chickens. Out you come. For a second, the dog panting made me think that was the chicken noise, and it was just like, wait, what? Okay, these are all still babies, so no milk yet, but we're gonna get there. Oh yeah, there's little Ollie Twist, our only brown cow. Growth in 2 days. Okay, so they will be fully grown in 2 days. We love that. All right, babies, come on out and enjoy the sunshine. Yeah, see, there they go. They're just munching on the grass. Natural lawn mowers, these animals. Love that. Okay. Ooh, I forgot how well this is coming along. I don't know why this one won't grow. That's okay. Everybody grows in their own time. Do I think tree fertilizer is at a later level. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. That's fine. But what kind of character were you making, Nether? I would be curious to hear. Indulge me while I cannot play with other people. Okay, it's not that I can't, it's just that I'm very picky about where I play. So, you know, I indulge with other people in the meantime. Where? Okay, let's see. Do we have any quests? We found the skull key. Pale ale for Pam. Not gonna happen. Ah, we could befriend Marnie today. That's what we could do, chat. Oh yes, we already did. Let's go see. Oh no, it's Tuesday, so Marnie will be working out. This is both the helpful and the not helpful thing about knowing this game really well, is I was just like, ooh, this, and not this. Yeah, okay. Characters previously an eco-activist with superpowers of generating sunlight and radiation can become invisible and can change the present based on highly specific mental calculations and shoot lasers from their hands. I like it. That's really cool. I'm a big fan of that. Oh yeah, the spirit's in good humor. Maybe we should just go to the mines. Fuck it, right? Oh yeah, I also needed some foraging levels. Also, has ever color-changing hair? Excuse me? I'm kind of mad that your character has my aesthetic. And less than 5 feet tall. Nice! As a fellow shorty, I love that. I am taller than 5 feet, but it's not very much. Not by much. Not very much at all, and that's fine. Alright. Chip, chop. Okay. I will compromise on my desire to forage and my desire to mine by chopping a couple trees on our way to the mines. That's what I'm gonna do. The hair is technically a drawback. Technically, disagree. Like, fine, you know, that's, you know, you got away with having a really cool drawback, but disagree. Oh yeah, I wanted to leave my fishing rod. Don't eat that. It's killing me to be inefficient about this, but I think we're just gonna do it. Alright. Pet the pup. Very important. Must pet dog. I'll check the mushrooms later. Let's go to the mines. Whee! Since it shows that they're not the norm, it's called conspicuous appearance. Oh. See, fair, but also I really want color changing here. I'm going to dye my hair. It's gonna happen. I have finally figured out what I want to do. I've decided that I'm gonna do like an I forget what it's called. I want to say undercarriage or something, but I want to like dye the underside of my hair. Like I'm gonna get it bleached into like a really bright blue, maybe tealish kind of color. And so that way when I wear my hair up in a ponytail, it'll like be very visible. And then when I wear my hair like this, which is what I tend to like to do because it looks cute, but also I am low maintenance, so sometimes I just shove it all back. But when I do wear my hair down, then it'll be like peeking through because I like my natural hair color. I just also want to have colorful hair because colorful hair makes me feel joy. So, you know, we do what we gotta do. So, discipline. Yes, doggo must be pet. It is the sacred rule. I actually did leave my door open today because my partner is not home right now. He's out with some friends. And there's the significant possibility that my doggo will, in fact, appear to let me know that I have not taken her for a walk and thus hate her, which is going to be hysterical because she can't go outside because it's really fucking hot. So, on the plus side, y'all will get to see doggo. Probably. I mean, she may also just stay downstairs and huff loudly to let me know that I, you know, am the worst. Fair. I mean, it's also hard because, like, I let her out, and she has access to the backyard pretty much any time, and it's not the same. So she just complains because she doggo. But yes, clearly poor doggo. Conspicuous Series is a very minor effect for my character. Another character has a dragon tail and horns, and their CA is much stronger. Ah, okay, I see. We got variants, and, you know, shenanigans. We like that. Eat that first. We'll leave all the snacks up here. All right. I needed some copper, as I recall, because we were actually kind of low on copper, which is unusual. Not super unusual just because it's a regular crafting material, but unusual in that normally we end up with a shitload of it. So this time, normally I would take that ladder immediately, but since we already reached the bottom, we're just going to be scavenging for resources this run. And you might be thinking, well, son, how on earth is this going to make you more money? The whole title and scheme of this entire thing is that we are going to be making money. Patience, my friends. My previous character was kind of a stick in the mud, relatively speaking. I feel that. It's nice to mix it up. Sometimes you want to go a little serious, and other times you want to go chaos, but I support chaos vibes. I hope your character has many fun endeavors, you know, successful endeavors, optional, but but fun endeavors, yes. I hope that is a regular occurrence. Boink, boink. All right. So this isn't going to directly make us money. I get it. I'm a hypocrite. But the goal is primarily to acquire resources so we can continue to make money. I'm excited for your character, Nether. That sounds super fun. Someday I will not be the DM. Like, I don't know. I feel really weird every time I complain about it because, like, I don't want people to think that I, like, am mad about it or I resent doing it, because I don't. But I also just really miss playing, and being the DM, like, being a player is work, but being the DM is a lot of work. Her screen name is Charisma because she has none. Perfect. That's how you know it's a good fit. Wow, how am I already out of energy? When did I guess I did have to water the crops today, so. Oh, well. It's cool that she has a screen name, though. Boop. There we go. So many slimes! Ooh, and some copper. Good. I was afraid we were going to come all the way down here for basically no copper. But we got some. We got 7. Yeah, I know the feeling. Are you playing or DMing? Yeah. It's a whole thing. But, you know, I also don't want to pressure anybody to be a DM when they're not ready to be a DM. And I DM for a couple of newbies, so for them this is more than enough, which is understandable. Entirely. Ooh, a Dougie. Oh, I was hoping for a cherry bomb, but that's fine too. I have 2 as a DM, 2 as a player. Ah, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. That sounds like a good deal. Ah. You want to hear about the character I want to play next, because I have a couple of ideas, but I have a few that I am more attached to than others. Excuse me. Thank you. Ooh, more turkey. No, no cherry bomb. Alas. Come here, slime. Ooh, another ducky, though. Love to hear about them. Oh, cool. Well, no, wait, we gotta... Aha! So, I have two main ones. The first one is a barbarian, which, if you know anything about me, that tracks. I really like barbarians. I don't do stealth. And I really like playing the Heart of Gold low int characters. Just because that's really fun. It's very easy for me to tap into, even if I've had a stressful day. So that's the general vibe that I'm going for with this character. I have a name for her somewhere, but I can't remember it. And also it kind of changes with my mood, so, you know. But generally I like the idea of her being a hometown hero type. I think that's an actual class you can take in D&D. I haven't played traditional 5e for freaking ever. But she, like, you know, she does good things, like, here, let me try and rephrase this. She generally has the right motivations in mind, but she's not squicky about how she gets there. So, like, not afraid to break a couple of kneecaps, but she's also only breaking the kneecaps of people who really deserve it, like thugs and stuff. Yeah, folk hero backstory, that's what I'm thinking of. That's what I wrote down. Because I really like the idea of, like, you know, she was, like, the hot shit in her town, and she just kind of wants to spread the love, and do good things for people all over the world and stuff, and that's her general motivation for being mercenary, and then it could be tailored to fit wherever. So I thought that'd be kind of fun. But I also just really like the idea, like, I lean into low-int characters in that they're not always putting the pieces together, and it helps for me because I realize that as a very literal person, like Drax from Guardian of the Galaxy, that mentality is really fun to play, and I think can lead you into some very fun shenanigans in play, so. And why not get paid for your heroics? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt. Like, she's more about the glory than the money, but, like, it doesn't hurt. She's definitely the person who would be singing at the tavern later and being like, I don't know, like flirting with the hot women and being like, so I also rescued a baby. Like, whether she did or didn't, but just, you know, adding on some nice embellishments to feel cool. Which I always find fun. Okay, drop it. Oh, I forgot we had 2 iridium. That's so exciting. It's always nice to kind of take a break from the farm and then come back and be like, oh yeah, I forgot we had this. And it makes me feel all accomplished and stuff. So much accomplishment. All right. Here we go. Grab our mayo harvest for today. Good job, chickies. Bringing home the mayo. I would say bringing home the bacon, but they're chickens, you know. I also had an idea for the mom friend paladin that like leaned into healing magic and stuff. So like she's gonna heal you, but she's also gonna tell you to like, you know, fucking be responsible and like eat your vegetables and go to bed. Which I thought was fun. All right, what do we got? Oh yeah, she doesn't show me until I've built something. Did I want... No. I will want to do something. My characters tend not to be very flirty. I'm actually specifically running my next character as having low social skills. Ooh, that sounds fun. Listen, I'll be honest with you 100%. The only reason that I play characters that tend to flirt with women is because I can't flirt with women in real life, and D&D is about letting you live out your fantasies, so that's it. That's all it is. It's not that complicated. I've played characters on all parts of the spectrum, but right now I'm just like, but women. Very attractive. pansexual brain be pansexual. That's all. There's no... Had bad times with a vampire, hence the sunlight powers. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, nothing too exciting today. That's fine. Also, agree. Thank you. It feels very silly to say out loud, but I mean, it's the truth. I can't... Femme people in general, very attractive. Yep. So anyway, Stardew Valley. Oh boy! All right, let's watch. Yay! We made a Maki roll. Oh, delightful. I talk all kinds of shit, and then I immediately very flustered. Yep, that also tracks. Aha! Extra money today. Love that for us. All right, our next goal. I wrote these all down. Ah, penny. Ooh, 20K. We're almost there, chat. That's really exciting. That little heart emote is still so freaking cute. I like it. Right. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Ooh, tomatoes. Excellent. Excellent. Ooh, and some corn. Very good. Very good. We're not selling all of these, but we are selling some. The reason we're not selling the others is so we can make recipes that will be very helpful in boosting our stats later. Especially when we get to the place where we can use this mysterious skull key. You know. You can also have the shark! Oh, thank you! I like the shark. Please bonk with shark. Very good. I had an idea to have an emote where, like a cozy type emote, but it's just like a berry hugging a Bulbasaur plushie. I thought that'd be cute. And maybe like wrapped in a little Bulbasaur colored blankie. I don't know. I don't want to do anything direct because, as I previously mentioned, very scared of Papa Nintendo. Don't want to mess with that. But also, I like the cute Bulba vibes. It's still part of the brand, even if I can't make any direct content off of it. It is cute. Oh, thank you. I am glad. Folks think that is a fun idea. No, I don't want to use all my melons yet. This is hard. I'm so glad the timer pauses. I've been playing some multiplayer lately, and it really hurt me when the timer didn't pause. Not that I almost passed out a couple times. That definitely didn't happen. I am a very skilled Stardew player who has lots of elite gamer skills. That's what we're gonna call it. Yeah, I don't know why Nintendo is that clingy. I feel like they actually would make more money. Oh my god, the tree's finally sprouting! This is so exciting. Okay, now we just can't slash it. But yeah, I don't know why Nintendo is so picky. I feel like if they leaned into the fan art side of it, they would actually make more money than they already do. Like on a literal level, okay, before anyone comes for me. I get it from a business perspective. But like, fan art, let people do it, you know? There's so many things that you could just be naturally benefiting from, and they're actively shooting themselves in the foot, and I don't understand why. That's it. That's my TED Talk. And this is from someone who, while not an expert marketer, has studied marketing and branding and stuff for a long time, and really likes it as a topic, so it confuses me that they would not take advantage of basically free money. That's all it is. Like, I can not like something and also acknowledge why it is sensible. But, like, that is not sensible and would make them more money. Therefore, do not understand. We promote being anti-capitalist on this channel, on accident or on purpose. That I will leave to interpretation. But, you know, while the system exists, make it work for you is kind of my motto. So, yank. Oh, the little puppy wagging his tail is so cute. I don't know if y'all could hear the little thup 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 on the ground, but it was very cute. Alright. That's why we were low on energy yesterday. We were watering craps. Actually, did we? We did unlock quality sprinklers. Ooh. Ooh, chat. Oh, good. I'm glad you could hear that. I think it's a fun noise. But chat, we have to redo our crops before the end of summer. That's what we're going to be spending a lot of time doing today. we gotta have a setup that allows us to have sprinklers, so that way, after the first planting, we don't have to do jack diddly, because that is how you automate making money in this game, is you get sprinklers as quick as possible. So that's what we're gonna do. Watering crap? I don't think it's crap. I mean, if the people will buy it, am I right? Don't listen to me. But yes, we must water the fields. Boop. And then we need to redo it so that way our there we go. So that way our fields will be mostly automated. That will be the spirit of the thing. Boop. 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 Pet babies. There we go. And out you come. Going to try and catch some rest. Sounds good, Nether. It is very late in your time zone, and I encourage you to do so. But thank you for hanging out. I appreciate your company, and I like your characters, and I hope they do good things. Have a good rest. Thanks for hanging out in the berry fields. Yeah, we'll have to hit each other up about characters and tripe. I will enjoy that greatly. No, appreciate my company, shucks. Thanks, friend. I said what we were gonna do, and it's sprinklers. Yes, we need to see if we have stuff for sprinklers. We got 8 gold. We have lots of gold ore. Good gravy. We need to start processing some of that. We got lots of iron. Still a little low on copper, but that's alright. Bye! Enjoy your sleeps, Nether. Let's see. Refined quartz. Yes. Okay. So that's no problem. Now, got that. Now I just need to start processing gold. I would make more furnaces, but they require copper. Fudge. Fudge popsicles. Hey. Alright, well. Let's see. We'll organize all that for now. What do we got? We could make more bee houses. Let's see. Looking at what we have, what's going to make us the most muns? Because that's the real struggle. Then again, we could also save our money, because fall is the biggest money-making time. And then we can make a ton of products that will make us even more money. So that is a theoretical possibility. We could do that too. Could just do some chill fishing. Do need to do that. You know, I was leaving my... I was leaving all these notifications on in the hopes that, you know, the person that I need to... in the hopes that the people who needed to reach me would be able to reach me, but alas, not happening, and that's okay. How long is this gonna take? 4 hours. Alright, we're not waiting that long. Let's see. Today, we might actually be able to get the shorts. Let's go get the fabled shorts of Lewis. Don't think about them too hard, chat. They're just shorts. We're gonna do chaotic things with them, but they are just shorts, ultimately. Beep. Plus, we can take this spiceberry over to Marnie. I'm sure she would appreciate it. Boop. Oh, hi, Lewis! How convenient that you so happen to be here when I am going to be acquiring the shorts. You found lucky purple shorts. Better return it to Lewis. And you might be thinking, now, son, he's right there. You could just be a good Samaritan and give it back. To which I say, Lewis can eat rocks. Bye! I'm taking your shorts, motherfucker! I enjoy some chaos. I made a break for it. We got the shorts. Oh my goodness. Very good. Very good. Very good. I know it's not that funny, but also good, very good. All right, let's see where we can. I could just go around chopping some more trees. Never hurts to have more wood. And I do need the foraging levels. Hopefully we won't have too many more thunderstorms that'll take out my craps, but we'll see. For now, chip chop. Bum, 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 bum. I think today will be a foraging type of day. So we're gonna cut down trees to get wood. We're gonna look around for any extra pick-upable things. Let's see if there's a quest in town, since we're having a pretty low-key day. A bream. Reading the Blue Tower. Huh. Interesting little side note. Normally, the Blue Tower is something that Elliot, the author character in Pelican Town, writes if you choose the mystery. Because after a certain point of friendship with Elliot, he asks you what genre you prefer, and he gives you 3 options. And one of the options is mystery, and if you choose that, then he writes a book called The Blue Tower. So it's interesting to me that, you know, this could be anybody, but in this particular case, Alex is reading The Blue Tower. Very fascinating to me. I think we will take that, though. I still plan on... Okay, no chop. Trash gremlin behavior continues. Yoink. Nope. Dun 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 dun. No luck in the trash cans today, alas. That's okay. Oh, hey, kiddos. May as well get a few free friendship points. Yank. There we go. Boop. There we go, geode. Alright. How we doing today, chat? I'm just personally vibing myself. Had, as I mentioned at the top, a little bit of a tough day, but it got better toward the end, so I'm alright with that. I'm honestly just very pleased to actually be able to game. I was kind of afraid that I'd have to cancel, but things lightened up right at the end, and I was able to actually get a little me time to relax, and I felt much better about it, so ultimately a happy ending, and now we're here, which I'm super excited about. Kind of glad that my partner isn't here either. Not that I don't love him dearly, but sometimes it's just nice to have the place to myself. Big introvert vibes. It's like, I work from home, fully remote job now, which is great, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I really feel like I could use time before my partner gets home to just sort of vibe and not do anything. Or at least not have follow-up questions, I guess. Why did I walk to the mines? I love the mines so much, I just walked all the way over here. I was hoping for forageables, but I just naturally started walking toward the mines while I was chatting about that, so that's fine. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Boop. Talk to this. Linus, I don't understand why people wouldn't want to be your friend. You are very nice, and you are very cool. I would like to learn how to forage from you in real life. Like, in this game, it's like, ooh, look, a forageable thing on the ground, and it has stats to let you know if you can eat it or not. But in real life, foraging is really difficult. Oh, I chopped down the tree. That's awkward. Well, okay, not really difficult, but, you know, tricky enough. You gotta, you know, make sure you identify your plants correctly, and don't die, and all that good stuff. Don't get poisoned by mysterious things you don't know. All that good shenanigans. Maybe we'll go fishing. Now, didn't get as much forage as I would have liked, but that's okay. I also forgot I chopped down most of the trees already. Oops. Accidental deforestation. Love to see it. Let's grab our mushies, since I forgot to do so yesterday. Mushies! Hello, mushies. Hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you for all your mushy work. Hee mushy work. Alright, are we all inside now? Yeah. Hello, chickens. You are very cute. Big fan. Nope. Didn't mean to go back in, though. Sorry. Can head to bed now. We can clean up our way toward Grandpa. That seems reasonable. Oh, trying to sleep. Pardon me, Daisy. I also get grumpy when people try to interrupt me from sleeping. It's just like, hey, are you up? I better not be by the time I count to 10. I am a grandma much earlier than I theoretically should be. And I don't feel bad about it. Oh, wow, it is an absolute mess back here. Maybe we will clean up Grandpa's little area, and we'll get some foraging experience while we're back here. Maybe a little mining experience. But I'm hoping for foraging levels, to be honest. Okay. I might build a path over here to Grandpa, actually. Sounds nice. I always like when people dress up the shrine to Grandpa. It's a really nice part of a farm build. It's something I always look for. Just because it's a nice little way to make something fancy and pay some respects and whatnot. Even though there are plenty of jokes about how Grandpa was not the wisest person if he thought that giving a random 20, 30 something, typically is the age your character is perceived as, just full access to a completely messed up farm that was fully overgrown. It was just like, oh, just have a good time, you know, make Grandpa proud, the family legacy, yada yada. It's like, I don't know if this was a good idea, Grandpa. But he's just like, it's too late, I'm a ghost. The edge of my nose is super itchy, by the way, so if you see me scratching a lot, it's just being itchy. That's cool, though. Chop chop. Alright. Couple of trees. We're still pretty full on hay. Nothing to worry about yet. Although eventually I will clear it out just so I can put a path over there and then it won't get overgrown again. Hopefully. There we go. One more tree. Should be enough with our energy. There we go. Perfect. Hello, dog. Good dog. Right. Excuse me, monsters. Yes, yes, I know. Like recognizes like. I understand. However, consider perhaps no. There we go. Oh, and those, of course. Gotta get up our gold bars, so that way we can keep crafting and all that good stuff. Keep it an even number, sell an extra mushroom. Make a little extra gold for today, why not? Right. Drop off those things. We should eventually take these over to Clint, see if we can get any good stuff out of all these geodes. It'll cost us a fair bit, but hopefully we'll get to a point where that won't be as much of a concern. Normally I'd try and fight the monsters, but I'm not in the mood. I like my pupper, and we're going to imitate the pupper in going to sleep. Nice and cozy. What's the tip? Ah, yes. Haven't upgraded your watering can by now. Spirits are a little annoyed today. Alright. Storm is approaching. Phooey. Didn't get any of those foraging levels I was hoping for, but that's fine. Yes. George wants his hot pepper. We've been saving for that. Go ahead and do this. There we go. Boop. And boop. Ooh, perfect. And we have a fresh crop just in case there wasn't enough for old George. But now we got melons! Melons, my love! If you saw my retweet today, then you will know that I put melon, my love, on purpose. Because Melons! Money! That's all. What is this? Is there... Oh. Okay, there we go. Clear that out of the way. Look at all this. All right, we don't really have time to plant anything else that I can think of. So I'm aware there are only 3 days left. So this might just be the start of wherever we put our watering crops. I think that might be what we end up doing. Drop off the silver stars and the regulars. And actually we're gonna... Yep. I'm gonna sell a couple of these, try and make a little cash. Drop off those and make some more. Yes, those. Okay. The rest we are going to store, and I'm gonna have to get out the pepper again. That's fine. Oh wow, we don't have any more room for Silver Star melons. It's a bit unfortunate. We could just sell them, I guess, but we make so much more money if we turn them into wine or preserves. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm gonna disappear while I have to keep scratching my dang, diggity dang nose. Oh my god. It's just the end of my nose. It's so itchy. But that's okay. That's fine. Alright. Yes. Oh yeah, and then we needed to get a bream for Alex, which I don't think we're actually gonna do. Because I should have done that last night, and then I forgot. So that's fine. Okay, are these gonna grow anymore? Uh-huh, that'll grow on the last day. The corn will need to keep harvesting. Let's see, it looks like everything else is going to keep producing. Probably not... Oh, no, the pepper looks... Okay, never mind. We gotta water everything. I was going to see if we could get away with not watering some stuff, but I think we're gonna have to water. However, could start putting down some of these. But I have to count. So, you know, bear with me, Chad. We're gonna have to count. Let's see. So this is gonna do the 8 tiles around it. So actually probably just right there should be great. Let's... there we go. And, oh, let's get some rocks. If you put a little thing under it, a little tile, let's get a piece of dirt. Perfect. Drop that off. If you get just a little bitty tile like this, it means that whenever you hoe the ground again, your sprinklers won't come up. So that's what we're going to do. The sprinklers only work at 6 a.m. on the start of a new day, which, you know, typically works out great once you initially set them up. But it does mean that you have to set them up, you know. I think we're probably going to spend a couple days, honestly, just setting up for fall. We might do some random stuff, like we might go clear some of our geodes or some such. We might go to the mines and see if we can get some extra copper, because we're really in need of that, which I wouldn't have expected. Let's make sure all the animals get outside before we get too into our other farm tasks. There we go. Plus we can start all of our goodies. There we go. Alright, chickies, come on out. Yep, there you go. Alright, over we go. Grab this. We have adult cows! Look at all the babies! It's time for milkins. Milk. Milk. We need to make cheese presses. Hold the presses. Hold the presses. It's time for milk. Oh yeah, got 2 silver stars. Nice. Thank you, cowsies. You're so cute. Okay. We're gonna have to figure out how to make cheese presses, but let's finish the watering before we get too deep into that. Otherwise I will forget, and then we will have a delayed crop, and then we won't get our last harvests, and I will be sad about it. Like, it won't be the worst, but I'd be sad about it. Alright. Well, okay, that was a terrible watering. That's fine. Expert Stardew plays, don't worry about it. Everything is fine. Fine. Alright. Glad we've gotten as much coffee as we have here as well. Because that will make us extra speedy. Which is always beneficial. Boop. There we go. Perfect. Alright, I believe that's everything now. Let's refill this so we don't have to think about it tomorrow. Honey! Boop, boop, boop. There we go. All sunflower honey, which is fine. Sunflower is also good. Right. Drop any of this off? Yeah. Not that. And the honey we're gonna sell. We're gonna keep some of our milks if possible. It might be time for a new chest inside, actually. Right. Chest. There we go. Go. And drop off the milk. Yeah. And we'll go ahead and drop those off in there since we have space. And we're gonna get actually, we're gonna swap out the stuff that we're gonna put specifically in the fridge. We are gonna keep some peppers in the fridge, so that's reasonable. Anything we're gonna process can stay out here, though. Yams, tomatoes, eggs. Corn, crab, rainbow trout. Ooh, these we can plant soon, I believe. Oh no, we're not planting these until we get the greenhouse, which will take a while. But this we can plant soon. That's what I was thinking of. We can plant the rare seed soon, but not the ancient seeds. The ancient seeds are permanent as long as they aren't outside in winter. So you want to ensure that they are in a greenhouse where possible. Also, don't forget to hydrate, chat. I'm doing a bit of that slurpy slurp myself. That feels good. Right. The fridge box. And we're going to take this and we're going to swap out all of that to go in the fridge. Wonderful. Just fantastic. Alright, and the melons can go in here, and they can be part of our continued processing roundup. And we're going to make sure we have more gold going. Actually, do we need more gold or more iron? Nope. One more round of gold ought to help. Go. There we go. Organize that. Okay, let's go see if we can find George. To give him his hot pepper. We're not going to get this done for Alex because Abreem is at night and Alex goes to bed early, so it's just not going to work out. So, I think we'll do that. Well, we do have the 20k. Or, alternatively, we could just save up for something better. Like, painting isn't bad and all, but it's not that great. I'm more inclined, since we're going money-based, we may as well just go for the greenhouse, because that's going to make us more consistent money anyway. And that's 35k, so that's not actually that far off, all things considered. I brought my watering can when I shouldn't have. Hello, Lewis. Authentic spaghetti, yay. I do like spaghetti. Oh, it was Lily's birthday yesterday. A shame. I'm really not giving a crap about birthdays. I'm going to have to give a crap about birthdays in our completion playthrough, but that's a future Sunberry problem. A future berry problem, if you will. Alright, I think George is just in his house, actually. Yes. So let's go give him the pepper. We're gonna make sure we don't give it to Evelyn on accident, because that could definitely happen. George! There you are, sir. Took you long enough. Humph. At least it's good and spicy. Thanks. Can't talk right now, miss. My favorite program is on. Buddy, the TV's over there. But I mean, I get not wanting to talk to people, so thanks for the money. Alright. Let's see, just by happenstance, is there anything else we can get that will actually grow quickly? I don't think so. Ooh! Wheat, actually. That's actually kind of tempting, because we can use wheat to create more hay, and we can use wheat to make beer. So that's actually not a terrible idea to get some of that. I do want to buy that recipe since we have pretty easy money. I wouldn't mind getting saplings, but I really want to wait on the greenhouse for these as well. You know, that just kind of solidified to me that we should just save up for the greenhouse. Like, it doesn't have to be in order that we unlock all the bundles. We have to get all of them eventually, but we may as well go for the good ones first if we're gonna go that far. I'll buy corn on the first day of fall. I'm not that pressed about it. I will get... Yeah. I think we're gonna get 6 wheat. For no strong reason. Oh, Caroline, hello. I wanna try and build up a few friendship points with you. Takeout from the saloon sounds nice, actually. Listen, if Gus makes his own spaghetti and his own spaghetti sauce, that sounds real freaking tasty. I don't... Now I want takeout food. I want food that I don't have to cook myself. There's food in the house. I could make something if I really wanted to. But the thing is, do I want to? The answer may or may not surprise you. Boop, ba-doop, and boop. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot the wheat grows in fall as well, so that's not terrible. There we go. Hello, chicken. Oh, Dad. Dad the chicken. We love that. Speaking of which, my dad is coming to visit me, which I'm really excited about. I've mentioned it a few times if you've been around stream, just to let people know that I will not actually be streaming on Saturday or on Monday. I am still considering what I want to do with my schedule. I'm very tempted, honestly, to just kind of drop it down to maybe one weekday and then more weekend times. But that would eat into my weekend. I don't know. Or I might just settle with, you know, whenever I can, I can. And that's okay. Let's go see what the train has to offer. Mondays seem to work out pretty well. I wasn't gonna ask anything, but okay. Any... Oh, geodes are coming off. Yeah, there we go. We'll take that and some stone. Fair enough. Ooh, and some wood. Very good, very good. Still think amazing that comes off the train, but hey, free resources. We'll take it. I think you get more if you shoot it with the slingshot, but I did not think about it. There you go. That's not a bad haul, actually. Pretty good. But yeah, I'm taking some time off, for sure, to spend time with my dad. Not that he would be unsupportive of me streaming, but I don't really feel like explaining it. Nor do I feel like, because I'm already going to be working while my dad's here, which he said was fine, and he doesn't really care. But I don't want to squander that extra time. And I think y'all can understand and be patient with me, which I much appreciate. Alright, let's spend the rest of our day, since it is a little late in the evening, working on our construction here. So let's see how many we're gonna need. So that's gonna be watered. So we want this tile. Let's grab some rocks so we can make some of those little gravel paths. Just carry, like, yeah, that should be enough. Okay, and we're gonna make at least one. And do that. And... let's see, so all these tiles are going to be watered. So we need one down from there. No, we'll keep those. Let's do a couple iron bars, because we're going to need those as well. There we go. This is just going to be a little bit of sorting and organizing, if y'all are down with that. I'm trying not to interrupt any of our current plants, but I'm hoping that we can have some overlap here. So that way I can start preparing in advance. So like here. Yeah, because it'll be 1, 2, yeah, perfect. That's actually just swell. Alright. We also need to look into cheese presses. see what we need for our cowsies. So we probably won't make too many sprinklers. But we have at least 2 that we can put down, which is another 16 spaces that we don't have to water. And that saves a ton of energy. Makes a big difference. Okay, there we go. Hello, chickies. Thank you. Thank you for your offerings. I much appreciate it. And now we're going to go down to the little cowsies. Boop. Hello, cows. Already milked all of you. That's right. Cheese press. Cheese press cheese. Aha. Hardwood. That's... There's the trouble, chat. We do not have the axe required to get hardwood. Which sucks, if I'm to put it plainly. It sucks a lot. So... I think that's why we're saving most of the milk. Some of it we're going to, turn into, you know, like foodstuffs. But a lot of it is going to be cheese presses, is going to go into the cheese presses to make us even more money. Which we need the iron axe. We need the iron axe for that. So... unfortunate though that might be. We could make more bee houses, actually, speaking of bees. Oh. I didn't realize there were multiple stacks of peppers. We've been inefficient this whole time, chat. Look at that. Alright. What are you guys done? One day. Alright. Now we may as well sell those. Let's see. So all those are watered. Then it'll be 1, 2, and 1 here. I'm not going to take up any plants yet because I know these are all going to come up. So then 1, 2, another one here. Okay, we've at least got line of sight now, except for this pepper plant. You know, which is going to be our 3rd one. Our crops are going to be running all the way down. We could move the path. Kind of okay with it being where it is. Yeah, just trying to plan ahead. It occurs to me that I'm going to definitely have to be doing that preemptively any other time. Let's see what Clint's prices are. This is why I made an early investment in the phone, so that way I could very quickly call and get an idea of what I need. Yeah. Check upgrade costs. Oh yeah, I need to be carrying the tool on me to see what it's going to cost to upgrade. 1 second. There we go. And now we're going to call him again and leave even more messages on his answering machine. Just to be annoying at this point. Okay. See upgrade costs. There we go. Alright. So, steel axe, 5,000 and 5 iron bars. That's not bad. We could totally afford to do that. Wouldn't mind upgrading my pickaxe to steel, but we're okay on copper for a while. So 5,005 iron bars. Definitely doable, I would say. Got plenty of iron, plenty of bars. And money is not a big concern, especially since we're going for the 35k. We have a little more flexibility in how much we spend. Yeah. I'm aware. Hush, monsters. Hi. Alright. Let's see. We can also... Actually, let's grab our scythe here. Not that box. This box. Perfect. Rightio. Grab this box. Yoink. 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 Why am I attacking with the not good weapon? There we go. That would have gone much faster if I had done it that way. It's fine. Okay. Cutting a little bit of this. What do we got? 237. Alright, so we're going to need to pull some out of the feeder. There we go. Lovely. Right, now we're gonna do some more scything. It will be raining tomorrow, as I recall, so we won't have to worry about it too much, but wanted to ensure that our silo wouldn't get full and then it wouldn't be a moot prospect to get as much hay out of this as possible. Bit of a shame if we chop any hiding trees in the process, but what are you gonna do? Oh, look at the little fireflies, chat. I love how they glow in the grass. It makes me very happy. Any good feelings? The glow ring is very useful, but I like seeing the natural glow of the little fireflies. It's so very sweet. There we go. A couple extra chippity chops. That's what I thought, you little slime. Right here. Close in the animals. That way we can gather them more easily the next day. 1, 2, place. Okay, so that... I was hoping that this dead crop would be in line, but I do not think so. I think it'll have to be here, and then 1, 2, and then place, if we did all the way over. A bit of a shame, that, but oh well. We'll be alright. Drop that off, and... How much do we get, anyway? I'm gonna go to bed, Stardew. Calm down. I just want to see how much hay we got today. Okay, so we restocked a fair bit. Got almost 90. Do. Pop. That's what that sounded like for a second. Oh my goodness. Okay, and we'll sell a few extra mushies, why not? Sorry, Golem, don't want to play today, bye! Extra pets for Duckle. And go to sleep. Hey, level 8 farming! We can make kegs! Let's fucking go! Ooh, and oil makers? Not as relevant yet, but kegs! Let's go! We're definitely gonna make kegs and make melon wine and make a ton of money, and it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it. Need a decent whack cash. Not a ton, but, you know, a fair amount. Okay. Pet the pupper. Weather forecast, gonna be clear and sunny tomorrow. Spirits feel neutral today. Very well. Oh, good stuff. Alright. Do kegs require hardwood? No, they only require copper bars and iron bars. Okay. Worth it. Worth it. Copper. Iron. Alright, we're gonna need more copper. For sure. But we are making kegs. It's happening, and you can't stop me. Keg. Ha! Already one to start with. Hello, Phoenix Wolf. Thank you for redeeming that hello. It's always very good to see you. Thanks for stopping by the berry fields. Hope you're doing well today, friend. If you don't feel like hanging out, nothing to woe about. I mean, we just got kegs, so that's pretty woe-worthy. But yes, I suppose there is nothing meaningful on screen. Well, that's okay. Just my hard work and far... I'm just joking. Hi, Phoenix. Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for stopping by. Gather some of these blueberries and gather all these hoppies. Alright, I might... Let's see. You know, now that we have the time, we might actually make... drop that off. We're gonna organize for a second here, so pardon my train of thought getting immediately derailed. That's pretty par for the course, but we're gonna do it anyway. And we're gonna sell all those, and then we're going to put away the maple syrup. Put away the extra oak resin. Oh, well, actually, we'll keep the oak resin. Copper bars we're going to keep on us. The wood we're keeping on us. And we're selling the rest. Okay, I see. I see it. Yes, we are making good progress as far as money goes. It's been a pretty chill stream so far, which we're down with. We are going to be gathering lots of goodies in order to make kegs and to make sprinklers. That is the goal. Which it does occur to me, we are going to need to go down the mines for it. But first, we must take care of all of our baby animals, because they're very cute and we love them. Beep. Boop. Boop. Oh my goodness. Alright, there we go. Drop. Okay. We've acquired milk, which we are saving for cheese presses. And we are getting ickies. Oh, I need to put down food for all the animals since I'm not letting them out today. How silly of me. No, we are not eating the eggs. You know what? Just go ahead and process them so you don't do exactly that. Alright. Drop, 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 drop. Very well. And we're going to go over here. We're going to drop some food. Boop. Oh no, they already have food because they haven't been in here long enough to eat it the other days. Ha! Clearly I thought ahead at one point or another. Not currently, but at one point. Okay. Dropping off the milky. Milky milk, 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 milk. Right. For now, it's not ideal because it's already a little crammed in here because I like decorating, but I think we are going to put our keg operation in here. And I think we are going to start with a pale ale just so that way Pam will pay us. Let's get a hop. There we go. Hoi Hepstrim! Hi, Clickflint! It's good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Is very Hepstrim. We're just vibing, doing the Stardew things, getting the money, stretching out our spines, which I encourage everybody in chat to do, especially if you have not done it recently. But yeah, we just unlocked kegs, so we're gonna begin our glorious keg money-making empire in the name of Joja, and then feel bad about it, consequently, for a while. But it's gonna be great. It's fine. Don't worry. But hi, Click. I hope you are doing well today, and I appreciate you stopping by. I am currently in a state of high buy in the cam space, specifically the buy portion of it. But, you know, I still appreciate you all being here, and I'm having just a lovely-ass time hanging out with all y'all. So, thanks for being here once again. I appreciate it. Ooh, a plant burger. I like the sound of that. That sounds pretty good. Wait. Did I have enough to make another keg and I just put everything back? I think I did. Why Joja? Because we're terrible. Also, the running joke of this is that I'm doing it so you can see what happens, and you don't have to do it yourself because there are actual like unique interactions and endings that happen in the Joja run. So Joja chaos it is. That's all. I didn't say I liked doing it. Just said that I was doing it for the good of something. Yep. Oh, I hope they don't strike my crops again. I haven't gotten lightning rods yet, but I don't know. Also, the running joke is that, you know, because we're being filthy capitalists, I totally deserve it. It's true, I haven't even thought of helping the horrid Joja company. Indeed, but it actually does unlock a couple things in Stardew, so them's the plans. But yes, they are terrible. I mock them mercilessly. Do not replace do not replace this with me thinking I like Joja, because I mock them relentlessly and do not feel in any way sorry about it. Sunberry is for us in this game like what Doug Walker promised, except she delivers it and doesn't create an exploitative and toxic work environment. I can't say I know who Doug Walker is, but thank you. I appreciate that. That's very good. I feel flattered even though I don't fully understand the context, and that's good enough. Okay, we are going to go to the mines. So what do we need? What do we need to the mines? We need food, perhaps. I'm gonna work on... Ooh, wait, is that another tree ready for tapping? It is! Excellent. It's okay, it's an older reference. I am also just out of touch with references sometimes, so I appreciate you being patient with me. But yes, we are very low on copper, which is really not great. Not a big fan of that. But we are going to get a tapper going. Boop. There we go. Come, tapper. Give me more oak resin so I might make more kegs. Ooh, lightning. Fun blastings. Okay, eventually this little tree is gonna grow. Eventually. And then we'll have a nice lean line. It'll be great. Okay. Right. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was just doing it a second ago because I knew I was forgetting something, and it's this. We're gonna make melon wine because it's gonna be money. And yes, we are yelling at the tree to grow because it's honestly taken an entire season, and I don't understand why. I have not done anything incorrectly for raising it. It just does not want to grow at all. So we're just... It's like, I understand needing to grow in your own time, but also, could you hurry it up in any way? You are a tree, and that's sort of the point. Alright, we made some granola bars. We got our tasty white algae or something. We're going to presume it's tasty, because otherwise it sounds gross. And then we're going to head over to the mines. Making sure we hydrate before we do so. Boop. There we go. Got a grape. Ooh, extra energy, basically. Right. Time to gather copper. Boop. Hopefully we'll have any luck getting copper today. And previously have not had a ton, but, you know, we're doing our best. And hopefully the spirits will favor us before they catch on to what we're doing. See, the other thing is, you know, it's just like, well, why would you do Joja? Joja's fucking awful. And you're right. They're the equivalent of Amazon, and we fucking hate them. But I'm going to cancel out that karma by doing a full completionist run, in which I will have to do pretty much everything in the game to the spirit's satisfaction. So, you know, hopefully that will balance out my karma in the end. There we go. I also realized that by doing a 100% completion run, I am eventually going to have to actually get good at Journey to the Prairie King, which I'm not gonna lie to you, not likely. Oh, you got the bug goal. I think we already have a better sword than the bug sword that we can get, but you know, still exciting. Okay, pop. What's everybody else been up to today? How was your evening? I've been looking forward to having some wind down time, and I feel much better now that I am having it. This has just been a tiring day, but I hope everyone has been having a nice day, or at least are taking care of yourself if it's not a nice day. Copper, and grubs. There we go. Grub. Next! Well, I was trying not to let him hit me, but clearly that did not go very well. That's fine. Ooh, gaming with friends, lots of screaming. Hopefully the fun kind of screaming, where you end up laughing afterwards, and less of the ragey screaming, unless you find that fun. In which case, that sounds stressful, but I'm happy for you. What kind of games y'all been playing, if you're okay with sharing? Like, do you do parallel play, where you're just, everybody's playing their own game and then you yell, or do you play multiplayer games? Let me have a way down, thank you. Boop, 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 and boop, and boop, and boop, and boop. There we go. And it kind of bums me out lately not to have a ton of friends who want to play multiplayer games with me. I even downloaded Fortnite, which is hysterical to me. But I've actually been kind of having fun with it, but nobody wants to play. Bit of a shame, really. That and Fall Guys, which I know has fallen out of favor after its moment in the spotlight, but still, it's a fun game. Wouldn't mind having folks to play with, but time zones being what they are, I think, is the real trouble. Ah. Doink. Doink. Whack. Doink. 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 Whap. Ah! Haha, thanks for the cherry bomb. Boop. Beep. Boop. Beep. Dink. Get out of here, slime, and you, bug. Especially you. Ugh. I never not have a bad reaction. It's kind of a whatever. I was mostly playing Hollow Knight and thinking of speedrunning. Friends were screaming over League of Legends since that's the only game we all have. That's fair. League of Legends is indeed a game in which screaming does happen. I have not played in many an eon, but I remember it well. Dark days. I actually did pick up Hollow Knight, and I am going to stream it. I'm not super sure when. Probably in the next few weeks. But I have laid down the gauntlet and told Wizard that despite his hiatus, he will require heckling. Since I heckled him, it is now his turn to heckle me. And I said that he better keep his promise. And he said he would, so we're going to have some heckling, in which I will play Hollow Knight, and I will suck at it, and it'll be great. Platformers are not my type of game, but Hollow Knight is cute, and I will rescue all the grubbies, and it'll be fun. I will eventually learn all the tricks, and be mad at myself in the meantime for not knowing the tricks. That's fine. Tink, 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 tink. Get out of here. Ooh, copper, thank goodness. I was starting to worry that we were going to end up with crumbs, although 25 is really not too bad. But we were so low on copper, and we really needed to make kegs and such like. I was going to be really disappointed if that did not work out. Alright. Mostly, this kind of checks out for a neutral day, to be honest. Normally it would end up being much better, but alas, not a copper in sight for the most part. We've scrimped and scrounged for every copper we've acquired. There we go. Let's work on some of these white algae that I've been carrying around. You can make a few recipes with them, but for the most part, it's just emergency snackos. Which, yes, sound gross. Like, I'll eat seaweed. Like, I've eaten nori, and I like sushi. But algae, I'm not really feeling that one. If anybody's ever actually tried algae as a food and not, like, accidentally at a lake or something, I'd be curious to hear if your experience was actually good. Because it seems like it would be kind of gross. Like, you know, it'd be beneficial because there's a lot of algae and it's easy to grow and whatnot, and it absorbs CO2 and stuff, but it also just slimy and gross. Not a fan. Okay, I guess they really want us to go down. Yay! 2 nodes of copper! Oh, what a delightful day. There we go. We also got a diamond earlier from one of the grubs. Don't think I didn't notice that little number. That's pretty wild. Thanks, little grubbies. I am sorry for murdering so many of your kind, but thanks for the free goodies. Ooh, maybe we'll get some hardwood from these chests. No. We got a piece of coal and some rocks, which, while not terrible, definitely not what I was hoping for. Those chests tend to have the highest chance of giving you hardwood in the mines, and I was just kind of hoping it'd be something good, you know? Now, stop it. . Quit it. Thank you. Up we go. Alright, I could keep going. It wasn't that late, especially since we have the minecarts, but wasn't really feeling it. And we made it out with a decent haul of copper, so it could be worse. Ooh, and our preserves are ready to replace. Excellent, excellent. Drop all that off. Drop all this off. Okay. Oh man, now we ended up with a bunch of those. Do we have? Yeah, extra rice shoots. Okay. I'm just gonna eat the last one of these, clear out an inventory slot, and we're gonna get some extra goodies. So we're gonna save melons, because now those are basically all gonna be wine. There is no reason to do anything else, really. We could start working on our blueberries, though. Well, let's see. That's 4, so actually 3. So we'll do 3 spice berries. And we'll do a grape, because that sounds fun. And we'll do a blueberry. Oh, I thought we had one more, but I guess not. I thought we had 7 preserve jars, but clearly only 6. That's fine. Well, we got lots of blueberries to work toward, and work through, that is, and that will produce a good whack of cash. Really, gosh darn pleasant. Grab our mayo, make sure to make that bit of free money. Did we get the mushrooms? Are there mushies today? Mushies! Perfect. Slowly but surely working toward our money-related goals, chat. Slowly but surely. Alright. I'll save that red mushroom today. Drop off those. And drop off these. Very well. Alright. Okay. We've actually not done too bad in the total earnings department. It really does make... I'm going to keep saying this forever, but it makes a huge difference when you don't have to save stuff for gifts or for the community center or anything like that. Let's see. Melon wine in 6 days. Pale ale in 23 hours. We can finish that quest for Pam soon. That will be lovely. Actually, I wonder if I should just put the melons in here, since we're going to keep the kegs in there. And I don't want to accidentally put them into the preserve jars if we're not planning to do that. I might put some in there to put in the preserve jars, but for the most part, I think we're going to just be making them into wine because that's way more profitable. It takes longer, but it's more profitable. So, them's the vibes. Alright. Another report. Clear and sunny, and we don't need the report for today. That's fine. Into bed. Excellent. I love these dark clouds in the background. Beautiful. Alright. Oh, redeem to hydrate. Perfect. I am sipping the water now. Thank you for keeping me hydrated and honest, Phoenix. And if anybody else is in need of a hydration reminder, consider that your reminder as well. It's multi-purpose. Rightio. Let's see what we got today. We're almost done with the season. Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. Is that today or tomorrow? Spirits are very happy. Let's check this again. Yes, tomorrow it will be Dance of the Moonlight Jellies, the last day of summer. Won't that be delightful? Ugh, our sprinklers are already saving us some work, chat. We love that. Let's gather all the blueberries. Blueberries, 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 blueberries. Alright, we're gonna drop those off. And those. And sell these. Making a little extra cash for today. More pine tar. I'll take it. Do 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 do. We gotta enjoy the summer music while it lasts because we're almost out of summer. Only 2 more days. All right, let's see when everything is going to be ready. So the tomatoes are going to be ready. The pepper plants are going to be ready. The blueberry plants are now done. So the corn obviously is going to say. The tomatoes are done. No, most of the tomatoes. Not even all the tomatoes, but most of the tomatoes. Just a friendly reminder, I am using some really great mods that I actually really recommend for anybody to use. Particularly, this is the lookup mod. I recommend it to anybody, no matter how vanilla you want your playthrough to be, because boy howdy, this game is freaking great. This mod just improves the game immensely. Essentially, you would be doing this anyway, if you were looking at the wiki or anything, so it's not really cheating so much as just making the wiki in-game, and it tells you all kinds of things like, you know, who likes this gift, or who loves it, if anybody loved it. What do you need it for? Like, you know, what kind of recipes do you need to make? For what kind of achievements do you need it for? You know, here's how it tells you if your crop has been watered or fertilized, so you don't have to check. Because the tiles do look very similar, so it does make sense that I want to check. Okay, so I think 1, 2, 3, and then let's go up. 4. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that one, but we do need to worry about that one. And obviously we're going to water our corn, because corn is one of the few crops that grows across seasons. So we want to make sure that that is well taken care of. All of our hops are auto-watered now, which is fantastic. And I'm pretty sure all of the blueberries are done. So we actually might spend the rest of our day. We're gonna water these pepper crops, make sure we get our last crop of peppers, but then we can spend our last day starting to set up for next season, which is gonna be great. Okay, which feels good. Feels real good. Alright, we're gonna sell this gold star hop. There's no real point. It doesn't affect anything, and it's a bit of free cash. So, let's drop that off, and we're gonna make sure we have... Yeah, we got these. Good. Gonna grab a couple of rocks. Gonna get our... No, not copper. We need gold and iron. We're going to be making more iron bars, because we have overlap now, and refined quartz. So, right. Let's go make sure our animals are fed, and then we will start counting out our tiles for sprinklers, which is big time hype if you are a Stardew player, because that means we get to spend less time on it. And you might be thinking, well, what's the point of a farming game if the whole point is to automate the non-farming? It's mostly because this game has a bajillion other things that you can do. So it's nice to have your time freed up to allow you to do that. Oh, it struck my cobblestone path. Rude. The lightning must have hit it last night. But that's alright. There we go. Hello, cows. I'm glad we are all feeling good. I have a milk pail. Oop, not a sword, a milk pail for milking cows. I'm going to do that. Thank you, Petunia and Moozer. And this must be Daisy. Yep, there's Daisy. And little Ollie Twist, our only brown cow. Thought that would be cute. Alright. Out you come, cows. Enjoy, enjoy. The F1 mod... or the lookup mod, if you press F1 on animals, will actually tell you if they have been pet today. Like, there will be a box for it. It'll tell you if they have product that they're going to make, like the cows. All kinds of stuff. It's really just handy. Like, you can click on these and be like, oh ho, 30 in-game minutes until we get our next iron bars. It's good stuff. Right. There we go. May as well use all of our rocks, and if we need more, it'll be pretty cheap. Okay, now, to counting. Which admittedly is not my strong suit, so please be patient. So, alright, we need 1, 2, 3. Yep, right there. Boop, boop, and... Yep, yep, boop. There we go. Alright, and then 1, 2, 3. Could actually just put it over here. I'll have to think about that. For now, I'll go down, because I think I can just line these up at this point. So, doop, and doop, and 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Yep, And another tile. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. We're going to leave the pepper plants up, actually. We might just end up moving the furnaces and extending the farm out a little bit, actually. Let's make sure we grab all of our goodies, and then we'll just give them a old pick. Maybe we'll just move them down here, because this is just kind of free real estate at the moment. It's basically the same thing. Recycling machine will leave visible, because the tree will definitely cover it, and I will forget. I won't mind putting furnaces there, because it'll make sense to just have it be a whole line of furnaces. But in general... oh yeah, we need to sell at least one of these, so... Boop. I mostly want to turn them into cheese, but we have to sell at least one basic quality milk. Which we have not done yet. So, okay. So, with this in mind, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, and right there. There we go. Yeah. Actually, I think that'll be good. There we go, and... I think even here will be quite nice. Aha! Alright. So now we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 open spaces. Let's see how many we can make. 4. What are we out of? No, 5. Iron bar. Okay. We can produce more iron. And then we'll need to produce more gold. But still, we're pretty close. There we go. I tried to walk through the sprinkler. That was a moment we had, and that's fine. Dog, please. No, you weren't. Okay, I'm gonna put the other ones down. If you could just move. Oh, they sat. Alright, fine. I don't know what that weird crackle was, by the way. I'm sorry if that was disturbing for folks. It was a little weird. I think it's just because I was standing on the crops or something. Very weird. Never recalled that being a problem, but oh well. Okay, well the dog moved, but we still need our iron bars to be ready, so hopefully when we come back to doing this, the dog will allow us to do it. That would be just great, really. Okay. Let's see, yeah, this might end up getting moved around a little bit. But hey, that'll probably be what tomorrow is for, because it'll be the last day of summer. And we'll have plenty of time to do some organizing and all of that business. I would almost want to add some bee houses, but those need iron also, so we're just kind of in a jam on that one. That's okay. Let's see. Actually, sort of in the mood to do some fishing, I think. See if we can get a little bit of extra cash. Easier to raise up. I may as well make that last one there, and we'll start the gold while we're going to be out, so... Because gold does take longer. The more rare a good is, the longer it takes to produce. So, there we go. Get our quality sprinkler, and put it down before the dog can take it over. You can't have the spot now, dog. Alright. Let's grab our iridium rod. Plenty of bait. Let's go down to the lake. Why not? The lake near Marnie's. Pow! Raiders! Tastic Silver, hello! Potato King TV, thank you so much for the follow. Hi, Raiders! It is so great to see you. Thank you so much for bringing your community over. Here, I'll even un-hi bye for this. But hi! It's so great to see everybody. I hope you had an excellent stream. Let me make sure you get your deserved shout out. What were you up to? How were things? How was stream? What'd you do? Just chatting. Excellent. We love that. Hi, for anybody who doesn't know me, I'm Sunberry. My pronouns are she, her. I am a pansexual mom friend here on Twitch. I do variety games, but mostly like the comfy, fun, adventure-y type stuff, because that's what appeals to me the most. I'm a big Bulba fan. I have big friend, and if you look any closer, you will find many Bulbas represented on my chat. So, hi Hi, Potato. It is nice to meet you, too. Thanks for saying that. We're trying out a new game called Chat Plays Chess. Ooh. I see we were going back on our moves and seeing what we missed. I've never been that great at chess, to be honest with you, but it's always been a good time. I'm glad that went well. Sounds like we made some rivalries, had a good time. Hopefully nobody's feelings were too hurt, and many strategeries were had. Currently, I'm still thinking about that move. No worries. These kinds of things stick with you, I tell you. But yes, currently we are playing Stardew Valley. We are playing a Joja-focused run, which basically just means we're making money. So much fucking money. Just money for days. That's it. That's the vibes. All of our goals are money-based. So, not that we like Joja, we're just wearing their merchandise and, doing the thing. I am made by Daylight hate me while they play chess. That is also understandable. Doggerino. Whoa. I like your name. That's very good. I like that very much. But yeah, so we're just going around getting some money. We were actually on our way to go fishing. Why don't you join us? I don't really feel like being perceived too much more, so I'm going to hi bye. In case you were wondering, the hi bye cam is just because I have a little bit of what we call the anxiety. So sometimes enough perception is enough on the internet. So sometimes I just disappear. But that doesn't mean I'm not here and don't appreciate you still being here. Da-da-da. Ooh, it was a trap. If I had replayed the moves, I would have forced my queen. See, this is why I was never be good at chess. Because I do not have the mental fortitude in order to... Hey, Tastic Raid! What's up, Iron Man? Good to see ya. So be happy to have you in the chat. But the reason I wouldn't be very good at chess is because I don't have the focus to think like 4 moves ahead. It's not, there's nothing wrong with it, this is not where my brain focuses, and I do not do the thing. Yeah. Now it will always be 1-0 because I won't play again. You know what? I respect that. That would probably be something I would do also. Oh my goodness. But hey, Raiders, super appreciate everybody who came in on that raid. Thanks for ending up here now. Appreciate it. Been watching anime most of the day, so I've been lurking. That sounds like a lovely day, Ellis. I hope you've been having a good time. I hope it's okay if I call you Ellis, by the way. I switched between that and Iron Man, I think. But you let me know what you're most comfortable with. Making sure to hydrate and drink some water. Lovely to meet a new friend. Yeah, Potato King, I'm super happy to have you here. I hope we can continue the lovely streamer friendship as we go. Yeah, speaking of which, my schedule is typically Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Cheer 10 bits. Thank you so much, Potato King. I really appreciate that. You want a badge? Heck yeah! Listen, I made my own badges, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm really proud of them. So I'm going to brag them up. I like my badges. I made the sub badges, and I made the bit badges. So, enjoy. You can keep your, cheered the most in the channel badge. That's also valid. But I made my own badges, so I'm pretty proud of those. I do the design and the social media marketing thing when I'm not streaming, which is humorous because it's like, when I'm not on the internet, I spend even more time on the internet. I made my own badges too. Yeah! It's cool shit. It's nice to feel good. I'm getting my emotes commissioned by a really nice artist friend of mine named Pancake X Cat, but I am really pleased with the little work that I made. Oh, and your stream layouts. Yeah, me too. Feels nice to get stuff done. Feels nice to know that you made something and that you feel pretty proud of it. It's a relatable feeling. Okay, and we're gonna drop this off. This lake is really not liking us. It's just like, oh, I see you are not, favoring any good stuff here, so only trash for you. I mean, we've gotten a couple fish, but mostly trash. At least we got some ores out of those. We really need copper. Gold won't hurt either, but we definitely need the copper. We are hurting for copper. I will say also that I know way too much about Stardew Valley, and the reason I'm playing Joja Run also is because I know way too much about it. Just way too much. So, I love how you talk. Feels like a cartoon character. You are not the first person who has told me that. A voice actor, though, is not a occupation that I've ever striven for. If I'm to be honest with you, it's also just because I'm a little overexcited. We're going to take a couple deep breaths and... Sorry to raid and leave, but I need to head out for the night and get sleep. Work was painful, but I will leave that lurk. Oh, no worries at all. Streaming is definitely tiring, and I want you to go ahead and get some rest. That is very important. You take care of yourself, and thank you again so much for the raid, Tastic. I feel like I'm listening to a character from Cartoon Network. Hee hee hee. Well, I hope it's a fun character, at least, and not one of the annoying ones. I don't know about y'all, but... Okay, actually, I probably would lose peoples for this, but, like, I never really liked SpongeBob, but... It just, you know, as long as you're having fun, that's what counts. I used to feel kind of self-conscious about my voice and how I talked and stuff, but I just kind of like me now, you know? So, pretty proud of that, and I'm glad you find it enjoyable to hang out with Potato. Steven Universe. Ooh, that's a high compliment. I don't even do voice acting, but that's high praise. I am most honored by that. The voice feels like it belongs in that cartoon. Yeah. No, I respect that. I feel quite honored. There we go. Drop that off. Get that going. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go close the animals in. That's what we're gonna do. VA is hard work, but at the same time, there are some characters that do have annoying voices. Yeah. I have some friends who are aspiring voice actors, and they definitely, like, in their studies have revealed to me exactly how these things are made. Claptrap is my main example. Ooh, isn't that the one from Borderlands? I've been told I should play Borderlands. And I've heard mixed things. Some people really love Claptrap, and others are, you know, want to yeet him out of existence. But I do admit I've typically liked most of the funny voiced characters. I find it very relatable. Ah, yes, the annoying robot. Oh boy, that makes it pretty clear. But I do like the robot characters. In general, in most media, like in Star Wars, BB-8 and R2 are my favorite characters. They're just good beep boop boys, and I love them very much. Where were we going? Organizational thing. I really love how you talk. Well, thank you, Potato. I'm taking that as a high compliment. At least I am not an annoying cartoon character. That's always a good thing. But, you know, I'm just me. Just hanging out, doing the do. What are we doing? Not me forgetting immediately what we're doing. I get distracted so fast in this game. I like having folks to talk to, though. But it does mean that we're going to get distracted and try and forget what we're doing. Oh, yeah, we could take the pale ale to Pam tomorrow, actually. Ha ha ha. So... I will say this, what I was trying to say earlier, let me rephrase. What I was trying to say earlier is that this will be a pretty, spoilerific kind of run, so if you're new to Stardew or you kind of want some things to be left secret, I am not offended if you would like to go pursue other options, but that also means that if you have any questions or want to ask anything about the game, or if I can clarify anything, or if you just want to know random trivia about it, I could probably fill you in. That's a thing. Claptrap's voice is alright for a good bit, but when you go off to do your own thing and he comes alongside you, it gets repetitive and annoying. Ah, okay. So, oh, that's an interesting point then. So is it that his voice is annoying, or is it just that the things he says are repetitive? Because that can be kind of pesky. Yeah, I think we're going to go to sleep. Not too much to do. I can imagine if he's just repeating himself over again, beep boop, just being annoying. I don't know what he sounds like, but that's my annoying robot voice in my head. Okay, last day of summer, let's go! Alright. I probably should check the TV, actually. Y'all get to bop to some of my favorite jams in this game. This is my favorite song in summer, and probably in the whole game. There's a lot of good music in Stardew, but this is probably my favorite, just because it's so bouncy. It's so fun. And I am also bouncy and fun. Or at least, that's the goal. Ooh, another oak resin. Another oak resin. Another keg? Alright, and wood. Yes, yes. And... Ha-ha! My empire continues to grow. Alright, let's add one right there. And we're gonna put another melon in. Because we're trying to make money. It's very humorous to me because typically I am yelling about how the capitalist nonsense should not be allowed to continue, but I'm also over here going, money! So, it's a mix of both, I think. That's fair. Yeah, it's one of those, like, you know, the voice is already annoying, but then the fact that he continues to follow you around and say more annoying things and repetitive things adds to the annoyance. I can see that. I can see how that would happen. Right. We're gonna... Oh, I forgot we're dropping off refrigerator stuff in here now. We actually organized a little bit this stream as well, which is always exciting. We're gonna cook those, and we're gonna... What do we have? Drop. There we go. There we go. I'll remember where I'm going. I would hit the sort all button, which I do recommend liberal use of if you are playing this game in any capacity, but I didn't want to lose any of my goodies. I had to do a little bit of precise organization. We are now at the point, though, where we can start replacing more of our crops with the sprinklers that we're going to use to make our fall season very productive and minimal work, which is kind of the whole vibe that we are going for with this entire run, really. If you have played Stardew at all, playing a Joja run really strips away the heart of Stardew. And that's what makes it so depressing. The whole reason that I'm doing this, the whole tagline I have behind this is, I'm doing it so you don't have to. Because it does change some story elements, it does change how some characters interact with you, it removes or cancels some events, which I, normally, as in a typical playthrough, especially if you were a first-time or newer player, you might not have noticed that these things were gone. But it's pretty damn depressing. Okay, let's drop that off. In fact, since we're going to be going through town, I will show y'all what's so depressing about it. I feel most people who have a general understanding of Stardew Valley understand that, the idea is that you're farming, you're befriending people, and you are trying to repair the community center. The community center is normally a, run-down building where the community used to gather, and they used to have events, and people would cook, and, the kids would play there, and all this kind of stuff, but it's just kind of fallen into ruin. I could go on a whole rant about how Lewis is terrible and allowed this to happen, but now it's a Joja factory, and it's just really sad. It's just quiet and a sad warehouse filled with sadness and cans and freezers, and there is just no life or hope in here. The forest spirits, the Junimos, used to live in here, and we ruined it because we're awful. That's the running joke. I personally am not awful, but my character and, my moral self is sort of awful for doing all of that. So, yeah, that's what we funded. It's on our shirt. I didn't say I liked doing it, but now you can kind of get a taste for what happens if you go the Joja route. Which some people don't even bother to try, which is fair. Or, I've seen some people for whom their very first playthrough, they went Joja because they were like, oh, well, okay. They kind of told me, the game instructed me that if I go buy this membership, something will happen. Which, I forgot we were going to go see Pam. Which, to be fair, I can see how you could interpret the game giving you that instruction, but I would argue that most people would be like, excuse me, giant mega corporation that we used to work for? Definitely bad, not working for them. Which is completely understandable. Alright, Pam. Give me that slurp. Ah, that's the good stuff. It's real nice and hoppy. Notes of citrus and pine, but with a robust body to keep it grounded. Thanks, kid. This means a lot to me. I knew I could count on you. I refuse to go the Joja route. That is 100% understandable, doggo, and honestly, I typically wouldn't recommend it. Like, if someone were to be like, okay, you played the Joja route, like, is it actually worthwhile? No. It's not. It strips away the heart and soul of the game and what makes it fun. Because it's not just that, you can, have all these silly hacks and make tons of money and all of these sorts of things, which that part has been fun to explore. But generally, like, the heart and soul of the game is making friends with the villagers, discovering their storylines, and creating a farm that you're proud of. And I feel Joja completely ruins that as a route. But a lot of people are still curious. Like, it's the sentiment is I'm really interested in. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Doggerino. Appreciate that. Hope you enjoy your time in the berry fields. But I feel that the whole motivation of the game is to make you kind of like your grandfather says, that he feels what he lost that was most important was his connection to nature and to people. And he went to Stardew Valley to do that, and the goal of the game is to help you feel like you could do that too. So, Joja is definitely not a route I'd recommend, but it's kind of fun. And it's fun to see what most folks will not see. I also want to say, don't take this as truth, because I'm not actually super sure, but I do believe that there is actually a achievement that you can get on Steam for going Joja. And as someone who is doing the completionist route, that does sound kind of appealing, so that's why we're on this trek. And also I thought it'd be fun. Not many people are doing the whole Joja run for good reason. I'm not disagreeing with anybody there, but you know, a little bit of uniqueness and stuff. And okay, we're gonna make some more of these. There's one or a couple for the Joja, right? Yeah, no, I'm sure it's not. I'm not the only person. I would honestly, I have not quite that much self-confidence to claim I am the only one doing it. But it's certainly not common because, as I mentioned, I feel it ruins the heart and soul of the game, and it's definitely more fun to go the traditional route, which is why we're going to take a break from Stardew once I'm done with it for a little bit. Ooh, good. Nope, I don't want that. Once I'm done with this route, we are going to take a short break from Stardew, but we are also going to do a 100% completion run as our next farm, which is going to be wild, because I have never done that, and I've always kind of wanted to try, and I thought it would be really fun to share with y'all. So, them's the breaks. But first we must get through Joja. And I might get to a certain point where I decide it's not worth it anymore, but I'm very curious to get to the end. Like, I've looked it up, I know what happens, the stream is tagged for spoilers on purpose, but I'm curious, like, what the actual, like, dialogue and wording is. And, like, could I look it up and not deal with that much torture? Absolutely. Am I doing it anyway? Yes. Because here we are on Twitch.television, having a good time and creating chaos. Alright, not that. We need that. And we're gonna make some more iron. How are we on copper? Need more. Everything is copper and iron. We're just getting so low on it, and it's a bummer. Oh my god. Yeah, expect a lot of random noises, by the way. Let's go! I like that emote. That's very funny. This is a good one. Let's go! I do say that a lot. It is replaced some of my other vocabulary, and I'm not really that mad about it, to be honest with you. No. I mean, we could, but no. We're not eating the green algae. It's literally your face! Perfect. You know you're making it as a Twitch person if you have your own face in an emote. I feel like. And to be fair, in my mind, making it as a Twitch streamer it means you're having fun with it. It doesn't necessarily mean you have the most followers or the best of anything, but it means you're having fun, because that should be the point of doing Twitch. Not to get on a long soapbox there, but I feel like that's the point. And that's how it should be. So clearly you are having some sort of fun. And I approve of that for you. What do we got? Okay. Mostly just waiting for this iron, I guess, which is boring. That's fine. What are we doing? We got lots of stuff going on over here. Yeah, my Stardew is modded, by the way, so if anybody's curious, exclamation point Stardew mods will pull up the paste bin that has a link to my mods and how to install them, or at least some basic instructions. Nothing too wild yet, but I've got the lookup mod, which is, in my opinion, the best one. So, like, let's click on my chicken with F1. So it tells us how many points we need to get our chicken up to the next hearts. It says how happy they are today. Really happy today, so that, which is what would happen if you clicked on them. And it will also tell you how much they sell for. Or, like, if we were to put in more iron on our machines. We can click on it, and it'll tell us 2 in-game hours in order to get it. And then with the furnace, here's the recipe for how to make a furnace. Here's how many you've crafted, how many you own. Here's what all you can make with it. And what recipes are required to do those things. It's really freaking convenient. And I recommend it for anybody, whether you're playing a vanilla game or if you're like going hard in on mods. I feel like it's one of the most, if not the most worthwhile mod to have in Stardew. 100%. Okay, we are still low on copper, so I'm afraid it's gonna have to be another mine day. I know. It's a shame, but we need the copper to pretty up our farm a bit. Make sure that we're all ready for fall. You gotta plant as many pumpkins as humanly possible. It's gonna be pumpkins and cranberries. That's it. Yeah, the lookup mod is the best. It's literally just called lookup, all one word. And it's really helpful. Like, it'll even tell you, like, you know, it's too late for this next harvest. Or, you know, it'll tell you when it'll harvest. It'll tell you if it's been watered, if it's been fertilized. If you need it for any achievements, who likes or loves this gift will be listed down here. Any recipes that you might be able to do with it. What kind of dye or shirt that it can create. Any materials you have or any people. It works on every person in Stardew. You can even go into your social tab. And if you hit F1 on them from the social tab, there we go. It'll tell you if it's green, that means you have it on your person right now. If it's black, that means you own it somewhere on your farm. And if it's gray, that means you don't have it at all. But it tells you anything they like, anything they love, if you've talked to, gifted, their birthday, romanceable options, how they... And I think the biggest thing is it tells you what you have on you. Like, you know, I see Pam walking around, and I go, okay, Pam, what do I have on my person that you might like, if you're trying to raise friendship with them? And it'll immediately tell you what you have on your inventory that you can give. It's just so useful. I strongly recommend it. It basically just replaces using the wiki, and it's so good. I will sing its praises all day, without apology. Other mods I use, what else? Oh yeah, I don't have the fishing game. I don't really like the fishing minigame in this. I could practice to get better. I don't want to. So, you cast your line. And we're just going to wait until we get the little check mark. Boop. See, all you have to do... that wasn't a good example, and most of this is going to be trash. This is a terrible example. But whenever it gives you the exclamation point, you still have to hit it. But then there's no minigame afterwards. Oh, fine. Well, we need refined quartz, so could be worse. Okay. And let's get some gold going. Yeah. I do recommend also the fishing mod. If you like the fishing game and you want to learn how to do it or whatnot, absolutely not trying to stop you. It's just not really for me, and that's okay. Alright. Boop. Okay. Almost there. We just need one more, which we might be able to acquire today, actually. But these are going to take another 4 or 5 hours. So, probably not worth it right now. Which is fine. So it's almost done. 20 minutes. Yeah. Right. I think we're going to, since we unlocked the minecarts already, I think we're going to spend just a touch of time in the mines. See if we can get any goodies. Ooh, forageables. Yes, please. I require all the forage, if you don't mind. Thank you. And away we go. Let's go down to 30. Why not? Got a glowstone ring. The dark does not scare me anymore. Doink, doink. Aha, copper. the object of our search. Okay. Normally I would be racing down as fast as possible, but you may or may not have noticed on the elevator that I have cleared the mine already. We got the skull key, but we don't have the bus, and we probably won't have the bus for a while because that will take 40k. So a lot of money. I should add up how much money in total is going to be needed to unlock everything. Because, as mentioned, the Joja bundles are just money now. So we spent 15k to get the minecarts, we spent 20k, we can spend 20k to get panning, and then it's 25k for the bridge, 35k for the greenhouse, which I think is going to be our next goal, and then 40k for the bus. Somewhere we're better at math than I am, and wanted to add that up quickly. It's a lot. I'm pretty sure it's like over 1 million gold, which you can earn naturally in Stardew, especially playing the regular playthrough. But it's just so money. Very fast. Get out of here, bat. Shoot! Shoot! Thank you. Although, it being money focused, which, again, still ruins the heart of the game, it actually has been kind of interesting to just try and min-max how quickly we can get money on, which is not something I normally do. I'm a pretty casual player, except when it comes to Stardew, because I like Stardew a lot, and I know it very well. So I feel comfortable trying to push myself a little bit. But it has been kind of fun to see how fast you can make money, what you can sell. Like, I sell extra gems now, which is not something I ever thought I would do. Or I sell artifacts all the time, which is something I regularly forgot about. Just little things to optimize and speed up the money-making route. It's been kind of fun to explore. This is not a run I will ever do again, but it is kind of fun to see what's what. Boop, boop. There we go. And down we go, I guess. That was a pretty good haul. Let's actually move. Yeah. Move the copper up here so we can actually see how much we're getting. We won't spend too long down here because I don't want to pass out. Oh yeah, and it's the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. Whoops. I knew I was forgetting something. Alright, we're gonna go to town with a messy inventory, and we're just gonna be okay with that. We're gonna live. Alright. I do like the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. It is very pretty, and is such a fitting end to summer. Such a good time. Let's go. Also, we get to listen to the beautiful ocean. So pretty. Hello, Pierre. Yes, I'll go. I'm not going to your store, actually. I could, but let's see. Anything I want to buy? I really like this banner, actually. Yes. Alright, so I'm not really going social focused this run, so we're mostly just getting the free friendship points. Festivals are free money as far as friendship. If I were truly trying to optimize, there are some friendships I would pursue more heavily and go out of my way to actually get points for it. Just so that way I could earn their quests or, you know, any stuff that might send me in the mail. But I'm not that picky about it. So, we're just doing a little bit. We're not being outright mean to anybody, although this is a Lewis hate account. We will yell at Lewis because he's a cuckhead and we don't like him, and everything about him sucks. Clint, boring, nice guy. Elliot's nice. We like Elliot. Emily's delightful. Pretty much all the ladies are fine in town. And Willie we will die for, and Gus is the best boy. But Alex is also a shithead. Hate Alex. I love how I'm just going around being like, yeah, so this fuckhead over here, and this fuckhead. Not Evelyn, though. Evelyn's great. George is only occasionally one. Harvey's just a little bland. That's okay. Clint is mad because he stalks Emily. Yes, absolutely. My biggest problem with Clint is that he is a quote-unquote nice guy. Fun fact, chat, if you aren't aware of this, if you have to announce you are a nice person, you are not really probably a nice person, truthfully. Being nice is just something you do. You don't have to announce it and tell people, and you do not deserve people's time. And yes, I agree that Clint actually should get a redemption arc. That's why whenever I, quote unquote, rank how annoying or how frustrating or how much I dislike particular characters, Clint is lower on that list. I still think he's kind of terrible, and there's definitely something wrong, and so on and so forth. But he is not, yeah, exactly, Jilly. He has the capacity to be a better person, but he's not socially competent because he spends so much time at the Forge. And honestly, he could probably use some therapy. He really could. He has strong capability to be a better person, but right now he's just not a better person, and I'm kind of sad that by becoming his friend, the only thing you can help him do is to become, closer to Emily, which is very awkward if you romance her, and that still happens, by the way. Like, I think we're supposed to feel sympathetic for Clint. Yeah, there's no writing for him. He was forgotten. Yeah. I mean, you can tell that Concertate put more time into the bachelors and bachelorettes, but yeah, he is basically just a plot device for Emily's route, which is unfortunate. I feel bad for him, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't suck. So that's that. Lewis, however... He's the most interesting thing about Emily. Ooh, spicy takes, Jilly. I really like Emily. But I can get where you're getting with that. But I also really like my brightly colored hair, magical crystal rock loving hippie character. Also, I am pretty sure that Emily is definitely the secret love child of the wizard and not Abigail. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm pretty sure it's actually Emily. Because Emily actually has some, mysticism about her. She summons us into her dream. That's a real thing that apparently happened. When she does the dance sequence, she produces, visions and hallucinogens, possibly. And, I don't know, you could make a joke about, oh, well, she probably gave us some shrooms. But, just because Abigail has purple hair doesn't necessarily mean that she's the wizard's love child. Or Abigail could be, but I think that Emily is actually the apprentice that the wizard is looking for. That's my personal take. Ooh, very much a manic pixie dream girl with no actual personality. Really? You really think so? That's fair. But that's really interesting. I have not encountered somebody with that. Yeah, there's also text with Caroline about having an affair with the wizard. Yes. So, let me rephrase. I think that Abigail could be the love child, but I think that Emily is actually the apprentice that the wizard is looking for. That's what I think. But yes, I agree that Clint should get a redemption arc. And it's a shame that it's probably never going to happen. Hotter take, the wizard has multiple children in the valley. That I also believe. The wizard is probably a fuck around and find out kind of guy. Here we go. Let's we'll enjoy the vibes. Well, I gotta do the thing. Here we go. Vibes. I like the jellyfish. They're so pretty. Also, this music. It's gonna kick in a second. Just. Alright, the game's gonna pause for a second while I allow fuckboy, because yes. I agree, the wizard is definitely also hot shit, but he mostly keeps to himself. So as an actual interactable player character, NPC type, not really high up on the list as far as deplorable activity, but the wizard is also not a good person. Can agree with that. I do sympathize with the witch. But yeah. Look at the little baby jellies. She's so cute. Jazz wanted to see the babies, and there's the babies. Also this music. Oh! The glow of summer has faded, and the moonlight jellies carry on toward the great unknown. Isn't that pretty, chat? I always like that. It's one of my favorite events. I know it doesn't really do anything, but it's so nice. It's just such a pleasant event. All right, I think we can actually get our last... Oh, big money! Let's go! There we go. Right. We're going to drop everything else off, including that. And all of this. There we go. And we're going to get that on the go. And what do we need? Definitely more iron is going to be the priority. So, iron bars. Get that going. And we'll put up our little jelly in the house. Little jelly banner. Yeah. Still crowded in here. I decided on getting a barn before I went for the house upgrade. And I'm now that I'm pretty close to the greenhouse, I really want the greenhouse instead of the house upgrade. We can put off the house upgrade for a little while. Ow! We also picked a monster layout because it is similar in tile size to the standard farm, but also the joke is that I'm a monster for going Joja, so I have to live with monsters on my farm. That's it. That's the joke. So, no. It does mean I have to dodge, duck, and weave all the time. Help! Nobody wants to help. It's fair. Nope. If everybody could calm down, I'm just trying to go to bed. Sheesh. There we go. Right. Yeah. I think we're good. Heading off to sleep. Ready for fall tomorrow. We've got our field all set. We're gonna have to do some hoeing, but that's okay. You know, hoeing and hoeing of other varieties is also a part of the Stardew Valley. This might actually be my last day, but we'll see how we're feeling. It is a bit late for me, but no, not too bad. Here's some extra stone from our dad. Thanks, Dad. Speaking of which, I will actually... So I mentioned earlier that my normal schedule right now is Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. I do Saturdays in the morning, and Monday, Wednesdays in the evenings, but this week my actual real-life dad, not my Stardew dad, is coming to visit. So we are going to be taking a little time off. Not that my dad would be unsupportive, but I don't really feel like putting the time in to explain what streaming is or to distract from that, so I appreciate y'all's understanding in advance. Oh, I forgot to pick the poppy. That was a rookie mistake. Oh, well, you live and you learn. Alright, we're going to carry around our axe to help clear out some of the debris on the farm. We're going to get this. And we need this. Okay. All kinds of stuff already happening. Okay. Mostly going to be very organizational for these couple of days. I would like to make some more kegs, but I'm not going to focus on that right now. You're going to need to clear out all this. Aha! We got our first round of wheat. How lovely. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Luckily, most of it stayed grown. Oh, I forgot that these patches will not have... Ooh, that's a little awkward. Well, it'll be okay. So it's a few tiles that we can't use, but we'll be alright. I am trying to be as efficient as possible, but I am not... I'm not particularly upset if, you know, things are not perfect. Life isn't perfect, and neither are we, and that's fine. Ah, look at all the pretty orangey colors on the fall farm. It is lovely. I have seen many people say that this is their favorite season at Stardew, and I 100% understand why. It is a lovely time. Alright, let's go. Be cleaning and taking care of the animals. There we go. Drop and drop. Oh, extra egg. I was wondering where the other one was. I'm gonna drop that off. Come on now, chickies. Enjoy. Hello, cowsies! Hello. It is so lovely to see all of you and your cute baby faces. Hey. There we go. Some extra milks. Very good, very good. Oh, hi, Daisy. I'm glad you're happy today. Scoozy, thank you. Do that, and get that. There we go. Gotta clean up our bits here. Right. We also need to make sure that we make it over to Joja. For extra curseness, we have decided in general that we will only buy from Joja. It is the same price as Pierre's now. Once you buy the membership, it costs the exact same, which is, you know, great and terrible, and everything sucks. But it's fine. We're gonna be fine. Let's see. Organize all of our inventory nonsense again. And we're gonna drop this off in here. Doo-doo. Saving up our milk for any cooking products we're gonna use. There we go. Drop these off. And we'll process a couple jellies. Why not? And we'll get a couple of hot pepper jellies for no particular reason. Actually, let's do grapes. There we go. Doo-doo-doo. And doo-doo-doo. There we go. Alright. And there we go. Okay, time to go see what to buy. I think we will buy just a few more corn plants. So like 1, 2, 3 more, just to fill out this little corner here, and this can be our uneven corn corner. Otherwise, I think it's mostly going to be pumpkins and cranberries. Maybe some other stuff, but probably not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10. Wow, that's really nice. And then, oh, we need to count this way. I know how to count. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 90 crops there. 10 times 9, yes. I know how to count. Nobody ask questions, chat. It's fine. All right, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 3 by 5 is 15, minus a couple spots for our sprinklers, 2 spots. So 13 crops over here, and then 90 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fuck. I'm not good at math. We're gonna just guesstimate. We got enough cash that I don't feel too bad about it for this first day. Let's go see what we can get. The important part is that we need at least 3 corn plants, and not more than that. Because we're already going to get a bunch of corn, and I mostly just want it for any cooking recipes I can make, and it's a tiny bit of extra cash. Doesn't hurt nothing. Alright. No quests today. Oh wait, we're not going to Pierre's. What am I doing? Forgetting my loyalty already. I'm wearing the t-shirt and everything. I got the merch. I got the merch, and I ignored it. What a fool I am. Alright, Joja. What's up? Alright. 1, 2, 3. Purchase. Actually, I wouldn't mind a few eggplants. Let's get 8 to put around 1 sprinkler in the corner. And let's get another 8 to put around the other sprinkler. That actually solves kind of that problem, I think. Oh, we need to get at least 1 amaranth. I forgot. That might just be our separate thing. Okay, so let's call this about 45. Cranberries. We're gonna say 40 here, because if we're gonna have more of anything, I'd rather it be pumpkins. And let's just get a couple of those. Okay. I think that will do it. Any flower seeds? Yes. There we go. I didn't forget. I was afraid I would forget, but I didn't forget. We got the flowers. Now we just have to remember to plant the flowers and water everything. We're gonna refill this while we're on our way. Okay. Mission. Mission is a go. We are going to plant everything and get it all set up. If nothing else, we're going to end stream with a setup farm that is minimally fucky, because I'm expecting my numbers to be off, and that's fine. I am not one of the math gays. I never have been, probably never will be, and I'm okay with that. My poor father gave up on me many eons ago. He tried very hard, you know, to quiz me when we were in the car, driving to and from school or anything, and I was too slow on the uptake for him when it came to math, and I think it just frustrated him a lot. And eventually he just stopped asking, so... Not that that's the reason why I'm bad at math, I've just always been bad at math, but it's always kind of funny to me to look back on. My poor dad, he tried so hard, and yet... That's okay. I also came from the generation in which they told us we would not have calculators in our pockets the whole time. So, you know. Funny how that works. Okay, let's get this going, get this going. Okay. Get that going. Get that going. Get that going. I appreciate that y'all were willing to have some fun Stardew discourse with me. I find it deeply entertaining, and I'm always enjoy indulging in some of my particular interests. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and pick these sunflowers, which is fine. There's a rock back there, I think. There we go. Yeah, got the rock. And we're going to... Prince Douglas Charles, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you enjoy your time in the berry fields. Thank you for stopping by. Let's get these all watered, and we're going to drop, drop, and drop, and drop. There we go. Right, let's get some speed grow. We're currently setting up our Stardew farm, which we are running all Joja, because this is just chaos and sadness. Not the stream. The stream is not sadness, but, you know, we're just vibing, building up our money, accumulating massive wealth, making Joja proud, all of that fun stuff. Question marks involved in all of those statements. But it's all good. We're going to have a fine time, and it's going to be great. What do we need for speed grow? Aha. Oak resin and coral for deluxe speed grow. Clam and pine tar we could more easily do. I think we'll just do that. Wait, we already have speed grow. Ha ha! I clearly foresaw this. Actually, I probably just had leftover speed grow. That's fine. We're going to do this, that, and that. Perfect. And we're going to make sure it's the right seeds we're planting, because that would be really embarrassing if we put down the wrong ones. Where did I put them? Did I already plant them and just fuck it up already? Surely I didn't. No, those are corn. Where are my fairy rose seeds that I definitely bought? Pheck! I definitely bought them. Uh-oh. I probably put them back somewhere. Uh-oh. Oh no, I definitely bought them. Where did I put them? Heck! Send help. Panic. Minor travesty inbound. Shite! Oh no. Okay, these are amaranth, cranberries, pumpkins, eggplants, wheat seeds. Where in the friggin' frack? Did I already plant them? Is that what Chat. I was running around panicking, thinking that I had forgotten to plant them. I already planted them! Okay. That's how you know it's almost Sunbury's bedtime. Sometimes we want to be selectively perceived on the internet, and this is why. But it's fine. That would be a good clip, though. I might have to go back for that. Oh my god. There we go. Marking it for myself so I can go back and laugh at my own shame. It'll be great. All right, let's just plant some crops. All right. Now, pumpkins. There we go. We are going to add fertilizer to these, get the maximum yield of money and whatnot. Ooh, awkward. Just one. Let's see where our cranberries end up. Excuse me, dog. Yes, I know. I love you, but please move. Thank you. We may be terrible in the capitalist sense, being a full Stardew run, but I will say that we are not going to be mean to our dog. It's just not going to happen. I am going to take care of my animals, and that's that. I will not hear any counter-arguments to this effect. Only takes 7 days to grow. Yeah. Equipment and seeds, why not? There we go. Okay, now let's make our basic fertilizer. Okay. Get some satisfying popping ASMR nonsense. Love that for us. Boop. There we go. And plant it all over here. Not really concerned about the corn. Probably didn't have to be concerned about the wheat, but oh well. Definitely gonna get all the pumpkins. That way we don't turn into a pumpkin or something. Wow. Somebody decided to rush past really fast on the highway near my house, and I could hear it clear as day. That was fun. Okay. Alright, I think that's everything. Oh. Drop it off. Oh, I already had some. Oh, but now we have 69. Nice. Okay. Probably take our sunflowers and just use them as gifts. I actually had thought, while we were talking about spicy takes, on that same note, I had previously considered marrying Haley on this file, because I actually feel like she is one of the underrated ones. Like, here's my thing. Shane is a terrible person and is really mean to us, but he undergoes a really nice arc to help him get better, and he gets help, and it's really nice, which, on that note, kind of should have been something that happened to Shane, or to Clint, but, that's another topic. But, we're willing to forgive Shane and be like, oh, but Shane is such a sweetie, Shane's so nice, blah, blah, blah. Like, we're willing to do that, but it's very common to have the discourse of, yeah, but Haley's a fucking bitch. Like, okay, but would they not both be terrible then? Like I get that Haley is not everybody's cup of tea. Like, I can understand it, maybe it's a personal gripe. Like, if you were bullied by, quote-unquote, the popular girls in school who acted like Haley, you would have a predisposition against her. That's not what I'm arguing. I would understand that entirely. What I am arguing is that we can't allow... Or, that's not the right wording. It seems unfair to me that we would forgive one character because they have an arc, and not forgive the other one despite them having an arc. Just seems a little weird. Doesn't quite add up. Maybe that's just me. Alright. Taking a quick little hydrate. Don't forget to do so as well if you haven't. I know it's a little late for me, and probably a bit late for some other folks in other time zones. So definitely do be taking care of yourself, chat. Always important. On that note of taking care of ourselves, I want to thank you all for coming by today, but I think I am going to be wrapping up. I will look for somebody to raid, see if there's anybody we can pass the love on to. If I cannot find somebody, then I will open it up to suggestions, but otherwise, please respect that I tend to look at people that I've already vetted and know something about, just to make sure that my community is going to a place where they will be safe and have a good time. Okay, not a bad way to end off the day, though. Here we go. Thank you for those hype emotes, Potato. I appreciate them. Very nice. Alright, day 2 of fall. We are going to have some fun stuff for our next Stardew stream, which will probably be next Wednesday, if anybody's interested in that. Oh no! This is one line off! Ooh, that's awkward. I mean, it still saves us a lot of time, so it's okay, but that's sort of funny. Oh man, okay. But I mean, at the very least, at least our flowers are all planted and good to go. So that'll be fun for next time, and we'll make sure to do that. Let's go ahead and exit. All right, let's head over here. I'm gonna go see who's live. If you enjoyed hanging out on my stream today, feel free to follow any of my socials. I occasionally make some TikToks for fun, but I mostly post on Twitter, mostly goofs, gaffs, that kind of thoughts, and I do advocate for a lot of activism and support of peoples who need it. So I can recommend that. Let's see, let's go doing that. And our raid message today, if you're interested in such things, the berries are here to spread some sunshine because all of you little berries are what make the berry field such a wonderful place to be, and I super appreciate having you. Feel free to replace those with any hype or love emotes as you find appropriate, or feel free to use the defaults, whichever is easier for you. Let me, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and mute this tab so y'all don't hear any of this shenanigans. Let's see, well, I could do that. I've got between two people right now. So let's see. But while I'm taking a look around, thank you so much for being here. I really have appreciated having all of y'all's company, the laughs, the gaffs, the raids, the bits, all of that good stuff. Thank you so much for being here. You make the berry fields a bright and happy place to be. And I hope to see you around again sometime. Friendly reminder again that we will, normally I would have a stream on Saturday, but we are not doing that while my dad's visiting, and normally we would have a stream on Monday, but we're not doing that either. So Monday, Wednesday, Saturdays are typically where you can find a Monday and Wednesday in the evenings, Saturdays in the mornings. We play a lot of fun, adventure-y, kind of cozy games. So we play some Stardew, we play some Minecraft. I'll probably be mixing it up at some point as well. So if that is of any interest to you, feel free to stop by again. Let's see. Looks like they're on a BRB, but one of my favorite creators on Twitch is Mermaid Royal. Mermaid Royal uses they them pronouns. They appear femme, but they use they them pronouns. Please respect that when we go over there. They are also creating an excellent tabletop RPG show that is going to be all fat babes, all playing characters that are fat babes in a super cool environment that's going to have a ton of intrigue and depth and lore, and it's going to be great. If you're interested in tabletop stuff, they are talking about that right now. So I think we're going to go send some love their way, because I know I'm going to be hanging out over there watching some of that before I head to bed. But we're going to be hopping over to Mermaid Royal. Again, please be respectful. Definitely use the raid message. It makes me feel good to see the berries are here to spread some sunshine being spread about. And thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Toodaloo.